reported, there's been some variance in reporting about how much revenues can be received by the city for this project. Last I heard was it's going to increase the revenues from 3 million, which we're receiving from Fraser Downs, to 6 million. Is that the accurate number?
That's the number that's been reported. Sorry. Sure. Yeah, that's the number that BC Lottery Corporation assumes that this will generate in relation to the amount of money that's going to be.
Another 3.
Another 3.
Okay.
And currently, Fraser Downs is one of the 3 leading net profit operations already in British Columbia. And the promise by BC Lottery Corporation to add a new facility there, a new attraction there, is going to give us the opportunity to match that number in the foreseeable future.
I've been around here for a couple of years here, as you well know, Bill, and I've rarely, if ever, seen the boards of trade line up in this way behind a project. Even Tech BC, certainly the Surrey Board of Trade was behind that, but not as a collective like this. What's different about this? What makes this such a special project?
Well, because
all those others?
Kevin, because it relates to the overall need for the super complex called Surrey, and I use those words, Super Surrey, and we call it Super Surrey because we represent the Cloverdale District Chamber area, and the Surrey Board of Trade represents sort of the periphery of the north end, and White Rock South Surrey represents the south. But this complex is so much needed for the overall good of the tourism industry of Surrey and the entertainment need of Surrey that it meets all those needs. And so we are working under a memorandum of understanding between all 3 of our groups because we represent the business community as a whole. And so when these economic development opportunities come along, you will see more of this as we represent all the kind of the activities coming to Surrey.
Any other questions, please?
Chris Quinn from the Now. I was just wondering what kind of canvassing you guys have done for each of your members, or I guess the general consensus amongst them.
Well, what we've done is we did a presentation in front of around 300 of our members in June. And we also had one-on-one meetings with BC Lottery Corporation and Gateway Casino. And I know that my 2 colleagues have also done the same with their membership. And to try to understand the development, the economic impact, ensuring that our business community also was aware of the development and engaging them in any way possible.
And I think a big part of this too, I've lived in South Surrey, White Rock, and been in business in the community for over 25 years. And what I found right now is that, and I've said it before, in downtown Vancouver for major events, the ladies get dressed up in their evening gowns, and the guys dressed up in their tuxedos, and they go to a great event like the Hyatt Hotel for a function for the evening out. South Surrey, White Rock area, the peninsula, the people for the Peace Church Hospital Foundation Gala, they get dressed up and they go to Centennial Arena to get an evening out. The Centennial Arena in White Rock to decorate up. There's a nice feature there, but it only holds so many people, 500. This facility in respect to events like that, fundraising events, galas, is very much needed, long overdue, quite frankly. And number 2 is, I'm also on the committee for the Parks, Recreation, and it used to be called Culture. The city of Surrey is now Park, Recreation, and Sport Tourism. And the city now recognizes that there's major dollars that come into the community for sporting events. And the South Surrey White Rock area has probably some of the best sporting facilities in the world with the softball city, the baseball diamonds, track, great soccer pitches down there. And during the Canada Cup that's been put on a number of years, originally started by Glenn Todd, now called the Scotiabank tournament, the amount of people that come into the city and stay and spend dollars for sporting events is phenomenal. And right now we have to go and drive people up to Richmond. We have to outside the area. They cannot stay in the city around the community. And the amount of dollars that they generate is amazing. So like Anita said, and as Bill said, this facility long overdue and very much supportive of the South Surrey White Rock Chamber. And we're looking forward to proceeding, and like I said, further encourage the City of Surrey Council to support it. Thanks.
Anita, the Surrey Board of Trade has spent a lot of time and effort trying to strengthen social services around this area. A lot of the opponents of this project are pointing to the social strain, the gambling addiction, poverty, et cetera. How do you circle that square?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that the casino slot machines that are at the Newton facility, the intention is to relocate them to the South Surrey development. When we supported that Newton Gaming Center, it was on the premises and the commitment that a portion of the proceeds would go to not-for-profits and charities in need. And with government funding being cut back, they're always looking for alternative revenue sources. And then when you take a look at the actual development itself, working collaboratively with the RCMP, who we have spoken with, and other social service agencies to counter, these types of issues around addiction. And really, the market research has been done where, that type of activity is minimal, but you need to work collaboratively with the RCMP, with social service agencies in order to alleviate and bring a solution to those types of issues.
How do you do that?
Well, you have to address each problem individually. If there's a crime issue, you have to work with the RCMP. If there's a gambling issue, you have to work with a social service agency, with the person in question. Every single case is different.
Can I answer that? Kevin, let me add to that, Anita's comments, because